Hey family, we have a new crew tier with exclusive members only polls, messages, and content. We already have some videos live, like our skeleton key reading, a spirit animal bird reading, so I'll see you on the other side of the onyx key. Make sure you hit the join button so you can go deeper down this experience with me. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless. I do have some love decks we'll pull to see that specifically, but I want to make you guys feel good. It's been a while since we looked to see what makes you attractive and what people are saying about you in general. So it is a reputation check, but we're leaning with the positivity. I'm excited because I've been holding on to this thumbnail since fall. I even had to tweak it so it didn't look that fall-esque, but it's herbs. I don't care. We're rolling with it, okay? I do have more content coming. I think I'm going to give you guys at least another reading this month. I'm working on some exciting concepts. I'll probably launch those in memberships first just to see how they feel about it. And then in like another month or two, you'll start seeing some new thumbnails and some content, especially with all of these Pisces transits. We actually are live on the day of the nodal shift, I'm realizing. So let's launch this new nodal cycle with what makes you guys attractive. I love that. Do look at the pinned comment. We're still doing that contest to support a good cause. If you're able to, if you're interested in the opportunity to win a free reading with me, then take a look at that and keep an eye on memberships. If you're interested in, if you haven't joined yet, because I will be uploading some new things. And if you see something that calls you, then that would obviously be the best time to join. Okay, so I'm gonna hop into the pile selection. For those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on me verbally describing each pile, let's do it now. Pile number 1 is the blue butterfly pea latte. Pile number 2 is the golden turmeric ginger floral latte. I don't know why I put that, but that's what I put, okay? And then pile number 3 is the purple lavender latte. And then pile number 4 is the mint green matcha latte. And obviously, if the word latte is throwing you off, herbal teas, okay? I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my blue butterfly pea latte. We're gonna look to see what do people say about you, what makes you attractive, an overall reputation check. Will lead with the positivity because I want you guys to feel good. I want you to feel great. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in a lesson and the journey, okay? So let's see. Let me give you a little bit of an overview. I have a bunch of decks. I don't even know exactly which ones I'm going to use. I'm just winging it. Some of you, that's an attractive quality you have. You just like wing it, and people are like, I don't know how one just guesses, but they guess correctly, or they just make it up as they go and they figure it out, right? Tell me what's going on here. What do people say about my pile number 1? What makes them attractive, please? Give me one clear overview. Hey, you know, I mentioned in the intro that I'm doing this during the date of the shifting, right? With the nodes, right? North node is in Pisces now. New cycle, new beginning. So you may have some kind of fresh start, some type of new beginning that people are really just talking about, or maybe excited for, maybe saying that's what you need, something like that. Like just something about beginnings, okay? Now, when we talk about attractive qualities and traits, you may be the type of person that kind of changes your looks, or maybe you've recently changed your look, right? Like you switched up your hair, just the way you look, your diet, and it's starting to show physically, like things like that. Like people are starting to see growth and development in you. in terms of how you look, right? And also, I don't know, something about you, you feel different. There's a sense of, okay, this is a new version of pile one. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. I'll fix that in a second. We've got bravery, purple hair streak. You know, if you like the color purple, that could be a thing because we have violet, copper, and like obviously we associate the word violet with like a shade of purple. At least I do. But we've got bravery, beginnings, letter B could be relevant in some way. I'm just like struggling. Hold on, what angle is this I'm at? I'm not used to, yeah, new beginnings for sure. Cause I'm like, I'm not familiar with this angle that I put myself in this morning. I think I was just excited to start the reading. I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Maybe that's you. Maybe you have that excitement and they find that attractive. But like, I don't know, I'm at a weird angle. And it is a cloudy day. Those of you that are new, I like natural light. Love my natural light where I am able, okay? It's my preference. So if you've changed your look, I'll take all four of those. If you've changed your look recently, people, especially in a very bold way, like there's something that you did or are doing, because remember, past, present, and coming, right? Like if, like some of y'all don't go outside. If you don't go outside and people don't know you, you're fine. Like it's not you yet. It's incoming. But like something you did was very brave and it's like a fresh start. So since we're talking about attractive qualities, like maybe it's an internal shift that's starting like to project out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a shift in like habits and types of and personalities and the way you carry yourself could be different. It could truly be like a brave change in like fashion and hair, like something you did that was very brave and just different from that people didn't expect you to do. Like a look that you tried and it just looks really good. That's what I'm getting. And just something about your energy, something about your passion, something about you just being willing to be brave and just start something new, start some like initiating energy, right? Because beginnings are cardinal placements. So you may have cardinal placements in your chart, right? Dominant, right? Sun, moon, rising. That would be Capricorn season, which is now. That would be Cancer. That would be Aries, and that would be Libra. So those placements or relevant time frames we're talking about, okay? But there's something about you being very brave, doing something new, okay? So incoming Seven of Pentacles. Oh, you're glowing up. Got it. Seven of Pentacles talks about a harvest. Seven of Pentacles talks about seeing the results from when you were brave and doing new things. Like if you tried something different, if you, like I said, I mentioned all of those examples, seeing the results of that and people really admiring you for it. Now, Seven of Pentacles is a harvest. So if you started something new, right, in terms of like career, things like that, people are talking about that, especially since it seems to be paying well or more than what you're used to, and you're using that to become more physically attractive, I'm hearing. And even where that's not as prominent for you, the comfort that comes from being more stable seems to be projecting through, right? Like people are obviously more stable, more secure, more confident when they're financially stable, right? And seeing results and being praised. So let me see here. Got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, like a pause to reflect on things. Like a Nine of Wands is like, I've done all I can do. Let me let the energy catch up to me. And people are talking about how you're finally seeing the results of the things you've been doing, the things you've been, the risks you've taken, all of the things like that. Now, obviously, there's a shadow, which I don't want to lead with, but if you're seeing like shadow traits, people are saying like certain energy is finally catching up to you, right? Like if you haven't been doing what you need to be doing physically, people are saying, oh, that's catching up to you, right? Like sometimes when people age poorly and things like that, if you haven't been doing the things you need to do to lead a foundation, people are discussing that. So since this is a reputation check, I mentioned it, but there's always light in the shadow. You can always turn that around because that's what a polarity is. So by correcting yourself, being brave and initiating, you can head towards this lighter side, okay? If you find yourself on that shadow. But yeah, when it comes to what people are admiring about you, they're like, yeah, like Pile One's kind of done everything they need to do. They do everything right. They're looking good. They're feeling good. They're receiving their harvest. And now they just have to sit tight and ride the wave, okay? Yeah, Four of Swords talks about being able to rest and recover. It talks about healing, which does represent looking different, looking better, glowing, feeling more energetic, having a better internal perspective. Like people seem to, this feels like a pile of really maturing, okay? Like if people are talking about you, it's like, oh, pile one is like growing very nicely. You know, it feels like a good example, those of you that are into astrology or looking to learn Capricorn placements, like anyone that has like dominant Capricorn placements, they kind of age backwards. It's like they tend to have like a little bit of a more mature look in youth. That's a stereotype, right? Like not every single Capricorn placement, right? But they tend to have a little bit of more mature look in youth, right? A little more older looking in youth, especially in the face. But as they, it's kind of like they grow into their face and or body, like, and then as they, when they reach the mature age, they like start looking younger and younger and younger. That's what it's like it's a person that like looks really good as they get older and things like that, because that they're a little bit late bloomers traditionally. All right, so that's a good example. It just feels like people are like, oh man, that power one looks really good, they're starting to mature really well, like they're doing so good, versus like and that's no shade to my Cancer placements, because that's the polarity, right? Cancer, Capricorn. I find that like when we talk about physically and all of that, people start talking about how like they peak a little bit younger, because it's the sign that, it's a sign that kind of rules youth and things like that. If I'm being like, if we're going into the weeds of it, right? So something about that, I don't know what's going on here, but we do have that fresh start I talked about with the Four of Wands. So yeah, new beginning. Number 4 could be relevant if you have like ascended in some way physically, ascended in some way materially, ascended in some way like in terms of growth, maturity, projects. People are talking about that in the most positive way. You're looking good, you're looking really good, especially as you mature. Like I'm getting a strong looking really good as you mature. Okay, so let me see here. I got the Six of Pentacles. Anything that you're doing to help anyone else, like if you're helping people, if you're supporting others. Six of Pentacles is the card of like charity. Let me see if I can, there you go. Yeah, it's card of charity. You can see there, it's someone like serving food, possibly to the homeless. It looks like a shelter on the card, and that is the card, I call it the Prince and the Pauper. It's usually someone with means giving to someone that does not have. So if you're doing that, people are speaking very highly of you in that sense. But I don't know, it's just a pile of, everyone's like, pile one is so great, they've been great. You might have a lot of romantic options, because I feel like this card, these cards I just grabbed are mostly romance based. I'm not gonna lie, they are. So I'll pull from that next, and then I'll go back to those astrology based decks, because some of you are into astrology, wanting to learn astrology. If you are, people admire that, because I feel like I'm emphasizing that more than I need to, because I don't even have any major arcana that would make me speak about astrology at the depth that I have. So maybe people just like how smart you are. If you're into like analysis and trends and things like that, that's a trait that people like. But I do want to go back to those astrology cards to see what's going on with that. So tell me more about what is making my power one attractive. That's incoming. And those will clarify. So you might have a love interest coming in that people are talking about. We got old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So watch it, the shadow I mentioned. If you're stuck in the past, if you're stuck in limiting beliefs, if you haven't grown, if you're not developing, if you're very hyper fixated on the past, right? That's not good. Okay, so that's going to put you on the shadow side, because it's still a reputation check. Like, I don't want to not tell you guys if like there's negative energy around you. You need to know that so you can pivot, right? But that's a thing. Incoming of acknowledging something is outdated, still not growing, not developing, not working. If that makes sense. It depends on who you are. Because my lighter side of this pile, which I'm leading, everyone's excited because you're just growing, you're looking good, you're maturing. Like this is a pile of like, let's say you're the type that moves around a lot, right? Like wherever you lived 5 years ago, and you're like, you know what, I haven't seen the family I have in this place in so long because I've just been so busy. That's a shame. Let me go home. You go back and it's been like 5 years, and like you go and they're like, oh my God, look at Power One. They look so good. Look how much they've grown. Like, you know, your old back in the day childhood crushes are like, that's pile one. Oh my God, they look great. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what this lighter side feels like to me, and it's exciting for me because I love to tell you guys stuff like that. Some of you have, I referenced that really mature, getting, like, growing up. Like, I don't want to say aging like fine wine, because like I don't have the weird thing that people have when it comes to aging. This doesn't feel like my more mature pile, which is why I don't want to say it's throwing me off. Like, this feels like a pile that is age maybe like 40 and under, possibly even 30 and under, just because like something about the maturity level seems to be catching people off guard in a good way. Like, this person feels grown, but they're not, or they are grown, but they just still feel a little wiser beyond their years. Like, the energy feels like 50 versus 28. You know what I'm saying? In a good way, right? And this person looks really good, and like just something about the stability, like that's what people admire. Like, there's a very old school vibe about you. I've been using it a lot because it's the thing on social media. Everybody's like 90s fine. Maybe you have that 90s fine look, right? Maybe you have like a certain decade, like, you know, those people that look like they belong in the period pieces. Maybe that's you. That's the thing when it comes to that, okay? In the lightest of sense, especially if you have like more classical vintage tastes in types of, in terms of like style, um, music, since I have the cassettes, people admire that, okay? And look, it's gonna land right under that Seven of Pentacles. Congratulations in advance. If you know, like, you're a little bit on ascension and you're like, this don't feel like me yet. Well, past, present, incoming. I know what I'm talking about. The timeline, time is not linear. So like, it must be linear. I mean, must be incoming for you, because I've got abundance. Because sometimes y'all get in the comments and you're like, I don't have this abundance you speak of. Well, stop speaking against it, please. And do the things I'm telling you to do. Because we have positive mindset, manifest gratitude and bliss and blessings. I believe in y'all. Okay? If I say abundance is coming and you're picking your right piles and you know you're working on things that should lead you there, keep doing what you know you need to be doing and do what I tell you to do, especially when I mention shadows, and that'll lead you there, okay? Because Seven of Pentacles and abundance, I mean, it's a dream job, it's dream career, it's dream salary, like it's the money you've always wanted. For those of you where that's a thing, okay? And then I've got backstabbing, oh, heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Well, if that's you, people are definitely talking about that, if that's your energy. And that will put you obviously on the shadow if you know that you move like that. Now, what I like about seeing that card here is something about this. I kept referencing that stable, not wavering, very mature beyond decades energy. You handle ops. You handle negative people, negative circumstances very, very well. You are the type of person that will literally be going through it and no one will know because you look so good through it. Like, you wear pain, trauma, struggle, hardship well. That's not a good thing, because people like that usually don't get the help they need because they look so good. It's like, pile one is fine. Look how amazing they look. You know what I'm saying? Like, pile, like, you know, even if you're literally sick, but you just keep up with yourself, people will be like, nah, pile one is fine. Look at them. They look better than everybody. And that's not going through what they're going through. They're good. That's you. So people do admire that you're not the type that looks like you're struggling, even if you are, or struggle doesn't wear you down, or right, when people backstab you, you just brush it off and move on, because it's like, what are you going to do about it? Like, you don't seem to cling to trauma. Love that. That's so healthy. If you're actually like not clinging to the trauma, right? Like, if you just act like it's not happening, that's avoidance, and that builds up and explodes later. So that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, okay, well, it happened. It is what it is. Let me make the appropriate measures and that it doesn't happen to me again, at least not in this way, and like, I'll move on, right? It is what it is. And I've got healthy choices People love how healthy you are. Look at you. Self-love, self-care, being happier, loving life. This feels like a person that's so blessed that, I mean, in order to like backstab, like it would have to be like egregious. Like the backstabbing would have to be egregious for you to be concerned, because like you're living such a healthy life, you're doing so well that like none of that matters to you. Like if someone comes at you crazy, you're like, so must be jealous. This actually is my pile that feels like you don't mind saying that people are jealous of you. I love that for you. Or I mean, I would be mad at me too if I was living as great as I was living and that person's life is in shambles. You know what I'm saying? Like you seem to be able to have that perspective of knowing like, okay, of course these people, this person is like that towards me. I have everything they want. You know what I'm saying? So but people admire that self-awareness that you have, and enough to not let it bother you. But this is a pile. You look good, you look healthy. Okay, so let me pull from these astrology based decks. You know, I don't know that I'm gonna pull from that many. I guess I can pull one from each. It's not gonna hurt me. Let me see what's going on astrologically with you. I don't know why I'm feeling like astrology is a big deal here. Let me know why in the comments. Maybe you're into it for real, because I do have house 9, which talks about spiritual growth. Maybe if that's part of your new version of you, your ascension, then people are definitely taking note in your interest in like astrology and just the spiritual growth and ascension. Like that's showing physically, right? Like it's showing in your wisdom and the way you maneuver people. It's showing in your calm nerves. It's showing in just your perspective. It's showing literally in all of the healthy choices you make inside and out. Okay, so let me see. I love it. If you're new, stay subscribed, hit the like button, join the crew if you're able, and I can help support you on that journey. Okay, we got house 2, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Watch the energy on the table. It's an amazing energy, but this is a person that everybody would want a piece of. Everybody wants a piece of you, and if that's new with beginnings, I want you to be cognizant of how you maneuver people. Okay, don't be overly loving, trusting, and helpful to people if you're new to this abundance, because you got abundance, literally 7 of Pentacles. I even see a new house, right? And house 2 rules your assets, which includes house, money, stuff like that. So if you're like doing really well right now, stepping into that, just be cognizant of the people that may be a little bit jealous of you as you step into this abundance, especially when we talk about people from your past or people that you may be outgrowing, because old school is like connections that no longer align with you. I'm not saying drop everybody you know now that you're doing well. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying the people around you matter as you grow, as you evolve, as you develop. And one thing you need to be cognizant of is, are these people growing with me? Are they ascending with me? Like as I work to improve myself and develop, are the people around me doing the same? And if you find yourself surrounded by people that are stagnant, my old people always say, like, they know what they're talking about, okay? Like, you run with dogs, you catch fleas. You're around some stagnant people, you'll begin to stagnate and settle. Like, that's a thing, because energy always matches. So be cognizant of that, because this is a pile of making sure you know who you have around you, okay? All right, let me pull more here. Growth and expansion of money in very, very lucky ways. People think you're very, very lucky when it comes to your opportunities and your assets and the things you have and the things you have the ability to continue to build on. So watch that, because when people see that in you, they tend to want to be close to you for the wrong reasons. They tend to want to take advantage of the 6 of Pentacles, right? Let me see. Let me get one more. But this is a pile. Everyone thinks you're doing really, really well. They think some people are like, you've done so good, you might as well just take a break. That's a shadow. Watch that. 7 of Swords and disseminated moon. I'm telling you, some people that are like, yeah, pile 1's done so good, they're doing so much. Like what? Like why are you working hard? Where are you working hard for? I always tell you guys to celebrate your wins and successes and to truly be grateful for them and take the proper breaks, but be mindful, because that's a backstabbing energy. Somebody's like, yeah, just wait, just sit back, you're fine, you're right on track, you don't need to do more. What you doing more for? Watch that, because that's a real lazy mentality. That's a real limiting perspective of, yeah, you look at you made it, well, you need to do more for it. No, no, because you need to maintain. At a minimum, you have to maintain where you are, even if you are comfortable and you're like, I don't need to grow anymore, I don't need to ascend anymore. You see how that sounds? It sounds bad when I say it, but even if you don't want to quote unquote ascend anymore, like, you have to maintain where you are. And if you stagnate, like, stagnation is not maintaining, it's stopping, right? Because in order to maintain where you are, you still have to grow, just not at that high pace where you're trying to reach something, right? Because when you stay, you get stuck in the past, right? You get stuck in the past. Everything moves past you and you're still here. Think of money, right? Since we have all this money on the table, like, let me give you a little economic perspective, right? um your money you have, you just put in a savings account. You don't invest, right? You don't start a business, you don't grow, you don't do anything to help that money build. Over time, money depreciates in value just because it's not a stable asset to just keep beyond your savings, where you need liquid money, right? You need liquid money out at all times. But like your actual assets, like, you didn't do anything. You're not taking care of your assets. They're depreciating in value. You didn't do anything to gain more assets. So in 10 years, I'll use an easy money. You have 100K. It's still 100K in 10 years, but that value of that 100K is not what it was 10 years ago. That's what happens when you stagnate. Your money loses value, things like that. So I know I'm like giving like fine. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but the financial perspective, just watch it, because you got people around that are saying you're doing really well in terms of making sure you don't do that, or people that are saying you are doing the shadow of what I just said. And I even have a sense of, since we're talking about what people say, there are people with a really lazy perspective that are like encouraging you to do the shadow side of this. I don't like that. But if you need to heal, if you need to make healthier choices, people are talking about that for sure. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. I mentioned that cardinal energy. Um, Something's gonna happen with a bang. Shadow, I mean, it just is what it is. The lighter side talks about really reaching a peak. Like, people are talking about you're reaching your peak in the best, most effective way. Like, you're resting, you're healing, you're taking adequate breaks, you're making sure you're getting enough rest. Like, just something about this person. I don't know why the topic is a healthy lifestyle, but reaching a peak as a result in the best way. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from this love deck. I'll pull one from Melon Pop. I will get you advice from that other deck and close you out. Because you know what? You have a lot of reasons people are discussing you. You feel like a topic. But it makes sense when people start reaching milestones, like when people graduate from university, when people start a new career, when people start a business, like things like that. When people get awards, recognition, things like that. Feels like that group. Okay. Warm embrace. Let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you. I mean, something about you, the way you look, your body, people feel like you give really good warm hugs. They feel like you look like you give really good warm hugs. You're the type of person people want to touch all over. I'm telling you, it's a very attractive power. People think that you're so attractive and they just want to touch all over you. That's hilarious to me. Make sure you don't let random strangers be filling you up. That's not funny, but like, just let me be chaotic. That's hilarious to me. Getting to know each other. Enjoy discovering new commonalities, goals, and dreams as you get to learn more about each other. This is such a weird energy to hit my table. That's why I'm like reacting this way, because it caught me off guard. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm envisioning my pal ones really attractive, really stable, doing well, people in the lightest sense. And like, I'm just like thinking, I'm like picturing random people thinking to themselves, like, I really want to fill up pal one. And like, it's really not funny. I promise it's not, because like, that's harassment. But I just like picturing someone that doesn't do it but still thinking it in their mind, like, I wonder how part one would react if I walked over and just hugged them, was weird for me. Okay, but what I like, I feel a connection coming in for my singles. If you're not single and you're engaging someone, this person really is admiring your glow up. They feel so good. They're like, ooh, my person is like starting to take care of themselves. Like, I can tell that this new job got them feeling good. Like, they're really enjoying the new you. I'll say that. Okay. But I do feel like some of you, this newfound confidence is going to inspire you. You're going to get to know someone soon. It's going to be very cozy, though. It's going to be like a real cozy, because like they got, okay, hold on. Yeah, they got a little pound cake, bundt cake, depending on where you're from. Okay, and there's some cupcakes here. Okay. I see that. I see that. Let me see what Melon Pop's got to say. I'll close you out. I like for this pile, and it's another reason to be cognizant of people you have around you. You got a lot going for you, and people seem to be admiring you beyond just your looks. They're like, yeah, pile 1 looks good, but look at how stable they are. Look how smart they are. Look how kind of a person they are. The things that matter. So I love that people speak very highly of you. People admire your work ethic. Like it's a lot that people say, but watch it, because people see you, they're like, yeah, pile 1's got money. And just watch that, because when people have that mentality of pile 1's got money, it's not that good, okay? But we got hustler, unique job, sex worker. So if you have a career that is non-traditional, right? People admire that you ascended in some type of career path that is unique, that most people wouldn't have made it in or wouldn't have even thought to do, right? Because I know it's like sex worker, maybe, for those of you where that may apply, but that hustler unique job is really standing out and being very successful when we talk about being a hustler towards a unique career path. So let me see what's at the bottom. You look so good. Fitness, cosmetic surgery, body modification. Like 2 cards that really talk about it. People are really attracted to you. Just really attracted to you in a way that just watch it. Because I'm telling you, that was a chaotic person come through on the tape. I say person, but energy. Maybe you have a stalker. I don't know. But just watch it, because it's a chaotic energy on my table, okay? So let me get your advice and close you out. You look good. People say you look so good, especially if you've been working out. You're in shape, the way you take care of your body, the way you eat. Great job to my blue butterfly pea latte. And again, if you find yourself on the shadow, be honest with yourself, because you can pivot, okay? Your advice, everything that exists in your reality is a frequency. Especially if you're on that shadow side, take that message with you. If you're not, whatever you're doing mentally, whatever you're doing energetically, spiritually, everything that exists in your reality is a frequency. It's a reminder that you are what you align with, internally and externally. That means your relationship with people. That means your healthy choices you make in terms of your body, the types of content you engage with consistently, things like that. So just be mindful of all of those things, okay? Again, everything that exists in your reality is a frequency, and then be still. The strength is in the stillness. If you need a break, and a break is something you truly need, be still. The strength is in the stillness. Nine of Wands is a break, okay? I feel like we got that on the table. For Swords is a break. And Disseminating Moon says to take time to breathe out. If you've ascended, you've reached a certain success, and you want to go, 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 move, move, move without taking breaks, don't do that. Stop, stop, stop. Break is critical in your healthy choices, okay? So make sure you're taking your breaks. Some people may be saying you need to take breaks. All right? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. We have some exclusive content on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my golden turmeric ginger latte. Let's see what people say about you, what makes you attractive, and just a reputation check. Again, I want to lead with positivity, but I'll mention shadow so you can repair, I heard, okay? So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in a lesson in the journey. I'm excited about this group because you were already getting some energy. Like the cards were throwing themselves out, and like as I was just trying to cleanse and like get you set, and it's like things just jumping. You may be the pile of people are like pile 2 so lucky because everything just jumps into things just fall into their lap, all the stuff like that. I do have Neptune at the bottom, which is the planet that rules all these Pisces transits. For those of you watching it real time or within this next year of all of those long-term transits, this will be a period of people just thinking you're just so lucky, you're so attractive. Something about your look, if you have Pisces placements, or if that's just like something about the way you're at your Neptune, right? Like something about that, okay? Maybe even 12th house, because that's what rules that. Like, I call it the Hollywood glamour. I call it like the mermaid siren aspects, right? And placements, because it's kind of very watery. It's very like filter, like, you know how like all of the filters everyone use because they feel like it makes them look better on social media. Like something about you and your level of attraction, you look like that for real. Okay, good for you. I love it. But like something about you, like if you have social media, your pictures, videos don't do you justice. You look better in person. Not that you don't look good on the pictures, but something about you, they're like, ooh, Pal 2 like actually looks like those filters everybody uses, right? Like for real when I see them in person. You know what I'm saying? So you must have like really good skin. You may take care of yourself, like just something about the way you look, okay? And also I have again that really lucky energy here at the bottom. And I also have the Two of Cups. So like some of you people are saying like you're just really lucky. Some of you people are saying you're really lucky when it comes to like your partnerships, your friendships. I even see a connection romantically that like you just feel really lucky. You know, I never noticed, I didn't notice this tattoo of the rose, but maybe that's relevant in some way. I was really coming here to look at this clover, right? Because I'm seeing in my third eye. You're right. And, you know, they're kind of like, this is luck is like clover-esque energy. I have a skeleton key reading. I don't believe it's in memberships. I think it's the last public skeleton key reading I've done at this point. Okay. It's like a gold clover key. And if you search that on my channel, it will absolutely pop up. I'm very good at making sure I name things so that you guys can find it when I reference it, okay? So it's in there, and then I'm even like noticing this contract. Something about you got a really lucky partnership contract coming in, or that you just got, and people are just really talking about it. It's a really big deal. But go to that skeleton key reading. There are messages for you there. And you know what? Golden turmeric ginger latte. That's a gold key. I know that it's gold. Okay? I know that it's gold. So check you out, people. So far, I haven't even pulled any cards yet, and you have amazing energy. I'm so excited for you. This is why I do these readings. This is why I do those readings. So tell me, feel like people describing you as like a dream, life like a dream. Perfect. I'm so happy for my pal twos. Tell me more. Let's be nosy. I don't know if I'm keeping those just for space purposes, but we'll look at them for sure. We've got passion. People, I hear that people are very passionate about you, but they see you as very passionate. And you know what? That Neptune Pisces, it is a passionate, creative energy. It's someone that would be very much in love with life, loving people, loving like experiences, because it's someone that sees the depth in everything, right? Makes everything more deep than it needs to be in the best way. Very, very passionate people, okay? So, oh, look at me. I'm just like shaking everything up, okay? For those of you that are new, we do not edit here. We roll with it. It makes it more interactive. It makes it real. You guys get to see what's going on in real time, and you can't see I'm manipulating cards and stuff. So we've got pride and innocence. I have peacocks on the channel. I have daisies on the channel. So you're the group. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, join the crew if you need to, but they're already free readings. So skeleton key reading, right? And then daisy, peacock. If you're interested in memberships, one of the things that I do in memberships is that like when I see things like this, I give a detailed play-by-play for each pile, and I literally put it in the community notes for that key tier. I don't have time to do it for every video, which is why it's exclusive to memberships. But like if that's something you like and that you would be interested in, that's where I do that, okay? Letter P could be relevant, okay? I've got love and lilac, which is a secret admirer reading. You may have a lot of secret admirers. Got it. Which makes sense. We're talking about this energy you have, this glow, this aura you have, right? Very mysterious, very magical aura, okay? That people gravitate towards. So secret admirers all over my table. But people feel they deeply admire and find it attractive how passionate you are, very sweet, loving energy you have. If you have a lot of pride in who you are and how you move and the way you carry yourself, right? But something about you, you're just very innocent, okay? Very innocent, very passionate, very genuine person, okay? And you look radiant while doing it. So I could see why you have secret admirers. That makes sense. Yeah, Empress. Exactly. So the Empress is what we consider to be kind of like divine feminine energy. I'll just say it like that. And it is very grounded, very stable. It's ruled by Venus, okay? Which is hilarious because I like Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, okay? So whereas Neptune is very woo-woo in terms of how it moves and manifests and its beauty, right? Venus is very grounded, traditional in beauty. So something about you. You know how we talk about people that are really attractive, but they don't have like that, I guess, sex appeal. They don't have that extra it. You do. You're what people consider to be traditionally physically attractive. Like you are attractive physically. But there's an other layer to it that people can't quite pinpoint that adds a little bit extra. Okay? Yeah, you got that. Like that's you. Look at you, my pal twos. I'm so excited for you. That's a really good reputation to have. I love when all the great stuff comes through. Someone that's very stable. So if you are feminine in nature, people describe you in like a divine feminine sense. If you're not, because I do have a variety of different types of people on the channel, something about you, you have a very gentle, caring vibe, right? Like very stable, very physically attractive and solid, but just a very sweet, innocent edge to you. Okay, so let me see what this is. I got the Two of Swords. I'm just now noticing there's placements. Some of you are really into astrology. Look at you. Welcome. Because I'm doing that more today than I usually do. I mean, maybe it's that transit. We did shift to the nodal shift happened today, right? To Pisces. So, but this is Moon in Libra if you have that. Okay. The Two of Swords. Some of you people are saying you're so attractive they can't engage you. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to say it. It's like a deer in headlights when they engage you. It's like, I don't know what to do. I freeze up. Like that's how people describe you. Especially when we talk about secret admirers. Like I can't engage Pal 2 because like I don't even know what to do with that energy. Because again, I mentioned like that siren Hollywood glamour overlay on top of somebody that's already attractive, right? That's what I've got. That's how people are describing you. Look at you. If you're not very confident, I need you to step into that because you got it going on. You got the King of Swords. Okay. I just want to get a good look at what's on the imagery. Some of you have air sign placements. If not, then I don't know. Either you have air sign placements or someone in this group, right? Whether it's lilac, whether it's peacock, because I don't remember what's in those piles, or one of those daisy piles that's got a lot of passion for you, that's like really admiring you. Because like 2 of the 3 cards you've got are swords, and air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so someone that's dominant in one of those placements, possibly masculine. Okay, we got Ace of Pentacles, which is a fresh start, a new beginning, a new era, doing really good. Let me see. Some of you people admire how disengaged you are romantically. Like, you have this certain look of being attractive regardless of your gender. You have this certain aura. You have this energy of being very loving, passionate, compassionate to other people, right? But like, you don't seem to be overly vested in like romance just in general. Like, something about this feels like someone that's like kind of a, not detached, but like you're open and receptive when it comes to love and romance, but it's not like you're chasing it. And that's actually a breath of fresh air, because I find that people that are very passionate like that, especially when they have that innocence, right? When they're very innocent and passionate, tend to hyperfixate on love just a little bit, right? But you don't seem to have that. So there's something that's intriguing people. It's like, okay, this person's so passionate, so creative, so much of a romantic, so innocent, so loving, but like they're not really that worried about like finding love or like chasing people down and things like that. That's intriguing. Okay, that's part of that Neptune mystery of like people don't quite understand it, right? There's something about your energy that's a little bit contradictory, but like in an interesting way, not in a weird lie way. Okay, well, tell me more about my golden turmeric latte. House 11, friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. Yeah, I mean, people love how friendly you are. It's something about you. You feel like you just really love people. You're really good with people, right? Connecting with, networking with people of all kinds. Especially when we talk about like social media. I reference social media. There is a computer and a phone here. So House 11 rules that. That's Aquarius energy. Again, I mentioned something about your energy is a little bit contradictory. That would be the house ruled by the sign that rules that contradictory, rebellious energy. Because Aquarius rules all of the quirks, the things that catch you off guard, the things that shock you, the things that are a little bit ahead, right? So that's what people say. Good at communicating for sure. And I didn't even realize this was the Libra card when I said that. So more air sign energy. This is one of so Aquarius placements, Libra placements on my table. Very clearly, distinctly now. But Libra says consideration, fairness, and harmony. Something about, again, loving, considerate, fair, harmonious personality. Okay? When it comes to everyone, like wanting to make sure everyone has a place of space. Hey, welcome. That's what we do here, right? Making sure everyone has a place of space, making sure everyone feels welcome, making sure everyone feels valued. Like, this is the type of person, if this isn't you, this is how people see you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you either pick the wrong pile if this isn't you, or people, you shadow and people say the opposite, right? Because I didn't want to leave with that energy. This is someone that walks into a room and speaks to everyone. Like, hi, hello, good morning. You're the person that does that. And if you're not, people are talking about how you're not friendly. You need to be a little more friendly. Okay? Because that could be cold detached energy. You're the type of person that makes the cold detached people talk. Got it. Like the cold detached people, you make them talk. You're friendly. Everyone likes you. Not everyone, but most people like you because like you're friendly, you're engaging, you make everyone feel welcome, you make everyone comfortable. Okay? That's so sweet. Look at you. That's why you got secret admirers. You look crazy in a good way. Like, you have an otherworldly look, because literally it's on my table, a otherworldly level of attraction, and you seem to be a nice person on the inside. So I like to see it. I like to see it. For my number 2. Okay. Tell me about my gold turmeric latte, please. Okay, more Aquarius energy, so that could be a placement. But again, when we talk about Aquarius in terms of qualities and people and interacting with people and being attractive, being a breath of fresh air and just being a people person, just really good with people, right? You bring love into the situation. Color purple is a thing, right? It definitely is. Maybe some of you are picking pile 3, but you don't have to. Don't go because I said it. Go if you were already going to go. But like, this purple is standing out with this love 2 times, right? Bring love into the situation. Some of you are like, hold it up so I can see. I will hold it up so you can see. There you go. Okay. And we got spirituality, go to the peacock pile for sure, because we have spirituality here in cherry blossoms, but now I have the Chinese peacock. So both cards in this deck that reference peacocks just in general are on my table. That's your pile, that's your spirit animal, okay? Not necessarily all of them, but just the ones that call you, okay? The channel. So love, bring love in situation. That's what people think. They think that you bring love, kindness, caring, compassion, inclusion to everybody. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. So I've got full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. You bring grounding, you bring stability. People are like, yep, here comes Pal 2. They're going to make everything better. You're that person that's like, yes, no, we need Pal 2. We need this golden turmeric latte because they're going to fix stuff. They're going to make it better. They're going to make us all be friends again and all of the stuff. Okay, that's what I've got on my table. I think that's so sweet. So I'm going to pull from these last 3 decks and get you some advice. These are all my love specific decks. Tell me more about, okay, number 2 is definitely relevant. I'll take these, but I want to pull another one because that's cheating. I shuffled and they came out like that. So you're very stable. Okay, you got 2 earth signs. You got Empress, which ruled by Taurus. We got that Ace of Pentacles, which is a grounding, and we have full moon in Capricorn. Okay, so you could have any of those placements, but some of you, conversation about love, you have a soulmate pending. Maybe it's one of the secret admirers. Maybe the secret admirers are because of the soulmate. I don't know, but we have a soul connection, a partnership, a soul contract, and a life partner. Right? I'm reading the card here. Okay, and the grounding card came out with it. So it says stability and security, performance, growth, and endurance. And people love how stable you are as a person. They see you as someone that would make a very stable, grounded partner. Makes sense. If you have a connection, people admire how stable and grounded you are in your connection. This is a pile, that innocence and that passion. People love how committed you are to your partner. It makes you more attractive. And maybe you have some kind of scandalous attachments in the background. Like, I say attachments, but admirers in the background. But for the most part, people are like, I really admire Pal 2. I love how they're a stable, faithful partner to whoever they're with. And like, people just think very highly of you. Like, this feels like the person that even if people don't like you, they don't really have a choice. Like, they can't really voice not liking you without saying it, like without being a hater. Like, you're like, my Pal 2 on the table, the only way, like, someone has to say, okay, Pal 2 did this to me. That's why I don't like them. And like, that's the only way they would get out of not liking you. People be like, because what's wrong with Pal 2? They're amazing. They're one of my favorite people. What do you mean? They would have to pinpoint something you did. And even then, people feel like you're so passionate, so innocent. No, they're lying. Pal 2 would never do that. I think it's funny because that's that Neptune. Yeah, that Neptune layer. People that have that Neptune layer, it's like, you can do no wrong. If you did wrong, people won't believe it. Like, it's a lie. Pal 2 would never do that. Okay? That's the energy. So how stable you are in a connection, or how stable you would be with a partner. So I'm going to get one more because I feel like the deck cheated. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. Number 2 is definitely your thing. All right. Yeah. Okay. You're the group that likes the number 2. All right. Well, let me see. Okay, so how did that go at first? This is upright. If you're in a connection, or when you're in a connection, you're going to have even more of that Neptune glow, especially as the connection stabilizes and grounds. Maturing, bringing love. Okay, I don't know what this is yet, but so much energy hit me. You're good at communicating. There's a lot of messages surrounding you. However you interact with your partner, however you share your love for your partner, or things you're passionate about in general, right? I'm leading with love because this is technically a love deck. However you share and engage your partner in your network with the people that know you, they're like, that is so sweet. We love how Pal 2 is like that with this person. That is so sweet. Soulmates are grounding. Like people eat that up. I don't know who you're with or how you're all at different lifestyles and stuff like that, but especially if you like have a little bit of a social media presence, if you're posting about your partner, if you're just bringing your partner to all of the networking functions, if things like that. They just think it's sweet. They're eating it up, okay? We got coffee cup, meeting, talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship, okay? Something about coffee. Everybody wants to be friends with Pao 2. They want to hang out. They want to drink coffee. They want to be friends. They, again, loving how friendly you are. And if you have a very friendly partner, they like that. Now, again, my shadow side is Pao, not friendly. The end. This is a not friendly. An aura that repels people because it's mean and not friendly. Because obviously, you know, when I say I read a polarity, that's why I do the disclaimer at the beginning of each pile. You know, if I'm reading an energy that's opposite of you, then that's not you, right? The shadow side. So people may be a little repelled, right? And coffee is a stimulant, so that could be mean too in a shadow sense. So I'm just making sure you can find yourself if you need to on that shadow, okay? But this is the type of, like, if you're in a connection, people want to double date with you. They really want to hang out with you because they think you're friendly. And it seems like you have a partner with this Libra, fairness, scales of two people that match with soulmates. You two are very friendly. People want to hang out with you. They want to talk to you. They just want to converse, which is the grammatically correct version, the converse with you. So look at that. So we got engagement ring, especially if you're getting engaged. Some of you people are excited. They're hoping you get engaged. Like if you're dealing, like if you have a partner and you're both like really friendly and stuff like that, people are like, oh my gosh, when is the wedding? If you got engaged, people are really excited about the engagement. Okay. Now that's a maturing thing. They're really excited about the engagement. And because it landed in a maturing sense, people are like, oh, we can't wait for the engagement. Like they're together. Hopefully they ground, they stabilize, and we can get this wedding going. Yep. That's the thing. Okay. So, because this is a lot of people. Like this again, like social groups and networks, right? Like a lot of people, like this would rule like sororities, fraternities. This would rule like community work of any kind beyond those labels. This rules, again, the professional clubs and organizations. This rules industries, technically, people that are knowing each other through industries. And there's a reason why it rules social media, right? So at the bottom here, I've got mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds, looking so good in the mirror. Technically, when we talk about being attractive, this turned into a pile of twos, 2 and 2, pile 2. If you have a partner, this is the mirroring. Oh, they're so equally yoked, they're so well matched, they're so friendly, everybody likes them. That's the thing. If you are single, you got a lot of love interests, people that are interested in you. You got a lot of people that are like, no, I got the perfect person for pile 2. Like, I promise you, I know somebody for pile 2. Because for whatever reason, you have an energy that like people either want you romantically or they already like, oh, I already got a friend. I think that's so chaotic. But again, that Neptune glamour, all of you. So let me pull from this last deck. No, I said I was going to pull from the other two. I feel like this deck wanted to talk a lot, but a lot, I mean, something about you. So beyond you just having that aura that like makes people really interested in you, there's a lot of conversations about my Pao 2. Like if I had to say between 1 and 2, because I feel like Pao 2 had a lot of conversations as well. I feel like Pao 2 has more conversations because like this feels like a pile of people are not even just talking about you. They're just all up in your business. They want to know like who you're dating. They want to know about more about the people you date, the person you're dating, stuff like that. So tell me more about this Pao 2. Y'all, that's listen, I don't know, because this has been happening for like at least a year now. Those of you picking Pao 2, please let me know why that's your number. Like it's really like I need to know. Look at me, I'm just like the people that are talking about you. I need to know why is 2 a thing, please, because it happens so often now, and it's been happening for so long. Even when like I move things around, it's a little bit Interesting, okay? But we got attraction. So your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. All right. Well, all of you in that group, let me know because I need to know. um, but that is the energy we've been talking about, right? That attraction, like a moth to a flame, that's your vibe. People are just really attracted to you. They want to know everything about you and all the people around you and everything that's going on. They can't wait for you to come to gatherings. They can't wait to come to the networking events. They all want to, like, people all want to always want to know when is Pal 2 coming, when is Pal 2 coming, when is Pal 2 coming. Okay, we need to see Pal 2. We have faith, trust, and believe that this love is here to stay. Oh, excuse me, trust and believe that love is here to stay this time around. Don't let fear or doubt interfere. Trust in the divine. I don't know, something about, you know what, like there's maybe someone praying for you, right? Hoping for a chance with you. You have the aura that people absolutely would do that. But something about a connection that you're either in, or like people are hoping, like, I don't know, they're hoping you find somebody on your own, or they have somebody in mind for you. Like, I don't really know. It's going to be different for all of you here. I'll lead with current connections, because those of you where you're not, just brace yourself. This is very loud energy. It's incoming. Okay, people are really inspired by your connection. They're really inspired by you and this person together. Okay, like, you're attractive on your own. This person seems to mirror that energy you have, and like, it kind of restores faith in people. Like, they love how stable and grounded you are. You seem faithful to each other, like things like that. Like, something about you and this person, it feels interesting. And you know what? I didn't expect that to come out in this group. But I mean, I guess like something about the people that keep picking twos, because that's a thing, okay? And we got breakup. The time apart is on the horizon. This may be short term or long term. Ooh, that took a turn. Let me see. Let me see. Watch it, because you know that shadow is people being jealous and hoping you break up with somebody. Just watch that, okay? And then, because yeah, like some people are literally like, watch it, because like attraction, have faith with, yeah, some of you is like, you got secret admirers, like, I can't wait for Pal 2 and this person to break up because I want a shot. I mean, that's normal. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't be like, don't hyperfixate on that message. But it's a thing. It's a topic. It's something that people are like, man, I hope, like, if Pal 2 and this person break up, I'm going in. That's kind of the energy, okay? So watch that. Now, my shadow, like, because that's more of a shadow on a people talking about you side. It's not a shadow for you, because it's, if people don't wish ill on you, you're not doing something right. Like, you, in order for people to wish ill on you, like your blessings, unless you're a horrible person, like if you know you're truly, like, you have this innocent, loving, caring vibe, and people are just like, I hope these people break up for no reason, that means you have something they want. So don't worry about it. But just watch it, because I read for real, I see for real. And something about the lighter side is two people that are like, you may have found a partner that connects really well with you, or they found a partner that, like, people around you may have found a partner that connect really well again, like, compatibility. People may be saying like, you're friendly, this partner's not, right? Or neither of you are, and you're grouchy all the time. You see what I'm saying? So like, that's the two shadows. I just want to mention it so that you can find yourself and know you're in your right pile. I always mention it, okay? So if you're really friendly and your partner's not, people are like, oh no, Pal 2 shouldn't have to live like that. They like to be social and engaged. They're friendly. They shouldn't have to be shut down and hiding, because Neptune can also be hiding, right? Like, all, like, not able to go out and do anything fun because the partner is really grouchy and mean. And then on the shadow side, if you're both grouchy all the time everywhere you go and everybody can see, because again, networking, House 11 is very public, outside energy where everybody can see. And even in a worse sense, it's worse than being out where everybody can see, because like House 5 would be that. That's Leo energy. That's your friends. It's one thing if you're arguing and grouchy and look like you don't want to be there with your friends. But when we start talking about like professional networking, industry events, social causes, that looks bad. So I'm mentioning that shadow because watch that. That looks bad. Okay, like some people may be like, they need to leave it alone because it looks bad. Okay, so just watch that, watch that. And why it's coming in your, what makes you attractive reading is because I always say who you're around matters. Some of you people are like, oh, this person's way too good. You know, Pal 2 is way too good for this person, or this person's way too good for Pal 2, or they both look bad, right? We're talking about what makes you look good. What makes you look bad comes out. So just watch that if that's you, okay? All right. I'm going to pull from this one. And your advice on for this deck. Tell me about my gold turmeric latte, please. Give me a final. What makes my golden turmeric latte attractive? I got 4. Yeah, I mean, you're the one that people like fawn over, and like, you know, if you have exes that are like fawning over you right now actively, whether you realize it or not, that makes you more attractive because people are like, man, this person is really running behind Pal 2, even though Pal 2's not worried about them, right? So that's a thing, okay? And that may be the people wishing ill. You got soulmate 2 times. Something about this soulmate that you have, that you're having, is making you look really, really good or making you look really, really bad. It's no in between. Like, it's either making you look pitiful, like, ooh, Pal 2 shouldn't have to live like that, or, you know, they not friendly, or you're complimenting each other. It's no in between. I'm so serious. I got social media. Look at you. I sold you all that Aquarius energy on my table, and I got spice things up. The letter S could be relevant. I've got 3 of them. Exciting, kings, unusual, mix it up, new things, fantasies. Neptune rules fantasies. Very, very attractive. You have that allure and aura that makes you kind of like, it's like I mentioned that that glamour. I mentioned being physically attractive but having that sex appeal. I think I said that earlier. That's you. That's you. That's you. But yeah, you look really good on social media if that's a thing. Okay. Especially if you and a partner are on, like, something about you and a partner on social media. And again, I mentioned the secret admirers, like wishing ill and things like that, possibly, which I wouldn't worry about it. I promise I wouldn't worry about it. But that shadow side, like, watch it, okay? Because it's a thing and I don't want to forget about it. So what's at the bottom here? Androgyny, ambiguity, sexual identity, gender expression, style. Like I said, if you have a little bit of a unique style, unique look, people think that looks good on you, right? If you're a little bit different and quirky in the way you do things, right? If you dress differently or style yourself differently, people admire that. But something about that soulmate energy and all of the things. So let me get your advice. I'm closing you out. I'm closing you out. Okay. What advice do we have for my call number 2, please? Watch it when we talk about your connections, the people around you, especially if you feel like you might be on that shadow, because I'm asking what makes you attractive, and I don't know that I've ever gotten a dominantly dual pile like this where it's based on who you're connected with, okay? Now, I'm saying the lighter side is really good. Like, you are amazing. People think you're amazing. The end, especially if you're the really social friendly side, right? Because it feels like people admiring you like that, and they're like, oh, I'm so glad this person found a partner like that, or this person needs to find a partner like that. You see what I'm saying? But it says your ancestors and guides are assisting in illuminating your soul mission. Oh yeah, you just keep being you. Keep being you. Walking your path, being good. Because a lot of you, those of you that are picking this pile that are super woo-woo, and even if you're not, a lot of people with very strong auras like that, it's a strong spiritual protection. And it's typically ancestral or spirit guide based. Like it says, right? Your ancestors and guides are assisting in illuminating. Your aura is literally being illuminated for you. So like, if you did that intentionally, because I know some of y'all woo like that, good job. It works. Keep doing it. But a lot of you feel like you were just born that way. Because some of you are like, I don't even know what that is. I wouldn't know how to do that. That's the thing, right? So at the bottom, we've got okay, well, let me get myself together. I'm struggling. Everything that exists in your reality is a frequency. Yeah, everything that exists in your reality is a frequency. You got an illuminated glow that was gifted to you from your spirit guides and or ancestors. You keep being you. You are protected and things like that. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. We do have some exclusive content on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3. What do people say about you? What makes you attractive? Let's see your overall reputation. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light, as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself and a lesson in the journey. I'm like struggling a little bit. I was going to take a break, but then this purple, lavender, latte, tea, whatever word you prefer, right? It just was like, no, we need to keep moving. Like, you may be fast paced. People may be saying you move quickly or that you need to move quickly, something about that, because I don't know, like I wasn't able to, like, I'm already channeling and I need to move. I love that. So I do the what makes you attractive reading to make you guys feel really good, and I lean into the positive side, and we will continue to do that. I've been getting good details in both the other piles on top of more of the what people say, because usually we don't get as much of what people say in this series. Okay, so I'm glad that today we're getting that, but I don't know why. I just know that we're getting it. Okay, so 2 sides. Okay, I got a masculine and feminine side so far. I don't have a shadow, I guess, yet. We're just gonna let the energy come through since it's happening so quickly that I couldn't even take my little break. So I got powerful man jumping out of the melanin pop. I got twin flame jumping out of the melanin pop. In the Black Hollywood Romance Oracle, like, cards are like flying across the room. I got very soon upright, like 2 cards threw themselves across the room. Very soon upright, playfulness in reverse. So what else did I get? What else do I have? I have yang. So I got powerful man and very active masculine energy. So either you are this powerful masculine, or there's a powerful masculine, either one of these people talking about you, finding you attractive, whatever it is, in some way. And I say powerful, like, doesn't mean like, it just means strong aura, right? Energetically. Because I don't know these people's lives or your life or any of the things. But people see you as that, or that's a relevant person, because I know I have a strong dominant feminine audience. I'm not gonna leave you out of the reading because it's a strong pile, right? But I see it here, okay? And I don't know why it's like that, because what is here? At the bottom of, you know what, I'll let you see. Yeah, see, I've got full moon Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. And then I have a shock. So something shocking, either you're shocked, this person's shocked, like something loud, active, and shocking. Okay? So that's a topic. Or like that's somebody coming in, because I mentioned the romance cards throwing themselves across the table to make sure I looked at them instead of just putting them back in a deck. Very soon upright, playfulness in reverse. And feels like very soon somebody is not playing. Okay, whether that's people feel like very soon you are not playing, as in not to be played with, like in the best way, like to be like wanting to be taken seriously, or someone's very soon gonna come in or is talking about you in a reference to not playing around, being very soon not playing around, being very serious. I don't know what that's all about. So we got magnificence here, and we got the harvest, 7 of pentacles here. So let me just go something about steps, because it's 3:45, 3 minutes 45 seconds into your pile as I started to actually shuffle. Like I said, I didn't even get to take my break. It's like move, how free. I don't know. Something about move. That purple lavender latte, which is chaotic because it's the opposite energy that lavender is, by the way. It's the opposite of lavender. The energy I'm describing. So the shadow, you see what I'm saying? I always tell you guys polarity. The shadow would be dragging, slow moving, not active, not moving enough. In whatever, I don't know what that would be relevant to, okay? So let me see. What do people find attractive about my pile number 3? Because lavender is easygoing. It's very, very easygoing. But this is not, this pile is like, nope, I'm moving, moving, moving in a lighter sense. And I heard the word people being impressed. So I don't, let me see what makes you attractive. All right, since you won't let me take my break, it's fine. I'll be fine, I promise. I didn't need the break. I was simply going to take it because I should. I've got cactus and eucalyptus, monarch. A little bit of a royal energy. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned go, like, you know, being very active. Endurance is a big deal. Protection feels like strength and being strong. So being very enduring, very protective. This could be someone's energy towards you. This could just be your energy overall, but something about endurance and protection. Now, I will say when we talk about physical attraction, it's someone that looks very strong. Okay? Someone that looks very healthy, someone that looks very stable. Okay? Look at you. Very clean with that eucalyptus. Okay? Cactus could be a little bit of a prickly, mean edge when necessary, right? Very protective. Okay? That's the vibe, okay? So I've got ambition. Okay, so very ambitious. Okay, people are saying like you're very, very ambitious. Your ambition makes you attractive. Your strength, your endurance, your protective layer makes you attractive. Okay, straight up strong. So I mentioned you know, it's everybody has a place of space here. I love that. Yeah, look how strong. 10 of Wands. And I got the King of Wands. You know what? Under that is the 9 of Cups. Someone's very happy, very excited to be strong, if that makes sense, right? The 10 of Wands is typically a shadow of overextending, maxed out energy, like burned out. But here it's like, no, give me this heavy stuff. I've got it. I've got it. So that seems to be a vibe, okay? Again, even though I have all of this active energy, lavender in an easygoing sense. Cause right, pile 1 was more of an easygoing energy. Like I don't remember the pile, but butterfly pea is more I think people use it for sleeping. Turmeric is more of a cleanser and like stimulant. Lavenders, people use it to sleep. So easy going, relaxed, like, yeah, I'm not gonna make a fuss about it. Let me do this thing, right? That's the thing. Very active without pushback, if that makes sense. We've got Page of Swords. I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but I just wanted to not get lost and lose. There's so much energy channeling my pile 3, like so much positive things to say about my pile 3. Just so ambitious, so enduring, so strong. Fresh air with the eucalyptus and the lavender. So Page of Swords talks about someone that's very clear in communicating, someone that speaks very well, speaks very clearly, understands very well, has a very nice voice, sounds really good, right? And very productive, okay? Yeah, so that's what I've got here for this. So tell me, means what they say and say what they mean, right? Like Page of Swords with all of this endurance and ambition feels like someone that follows up with what they say, like says they'll do this and then they do it. We have the Tower here, which is literally burning down building, which makes sense. Someone that says when things aren't working, because when you have the tower is basically something that just doesn't make any sense. It's not sustainable. That's why it came tumbling down. It wasn't a solid foundation to begin with. So someone that clearly identifies those things, someone that clearly communicates something that's not going to work, someone that's very good at like just saying, hey, it's time to just do the thing, because it's not like very ambitious and enduring, and like it's not, we need to make something that's a little more stable, that's going to make more sense. Okay. And someone that really is particular about what actually makes sense. So that's how people are describing you. That's how people see you. You know, I see the Tower physically as that endurance energy, like kind of running through the fire kind of a vibe. You know what? I got a wave of like firefighters. So like if some of you, if that's something you're doing, or if that's someone you know, like I got a wave of, okay, if you're like a firefighter, people are like loving that. They admire that. That is a very admirable profession. Shout out to you if that's you. But like people really find they feel safe, they feel protected knowing that you're around because like you do that type of work. And that's all service people, right? People that do work protecting and saving people. Okay. I got that wave of you. Look at you. So let me get one more from this deck in the bottom. The Nine of Swords. So some of you are really antsy, I'm not gonna lie. Some of you, you're antsy. Like you're what I consider to have bad nerves, and people like that because it's someone that doesn't know how to sit still, doesn't know how to be stable, always moving around, always looking to fix something. If that's you, people admire that about you. People admire that about you. Got the Four of Cups, and we got that detachment of the Four of Cups. So I've got recordings here and movies here. So like if that's a thing, people admire that about you. Like if you're into movies and things like that. You know, I have a lot of you here that are like on YouTube yourselves, that if you have like podcast things like that as well, you know, people admire that. People like to admire your work. Good for you. And if you have a very quiet, detached energy, I don't mean like standoffish. I mean, if you're the type of person that's like, I'm just going to do this stuff, like I'm not necessarily going to speak on it, I'm just going to do it, people notice that. Because there's something about the things you say, the way you say it, and even the sound of your voice, like it's impactful because it's honest and it means something, right? Like you're the person that's more likely to follow through with what you say. So when you speak, people really stop and hear you. Because again, that added weight of Pile 3 is going to say something and then they're going to go do it, or they're going to support in whatever they mention, if that makes sense. So let me pull from these astrology stacks. But so far, we got a strong, solid person that people feel safe with. On my lightest end, someone that's not easily wavered. The Four of Cups is someone that's not easily wavered. Someone that's centered and attached in the lightest sense. So the lightest depiction of the Four of Cups is basically like I'm turning down everything because I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly where my focus is. So I'm not easily distracted because my focus is here, right? Like, no, I don't want that cup you're handing me because I already know what time I'm going to go get my own cup. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing here now because you want my attention. That's it. Feels like boundaries. You know, it is a person with boundaries. The Sun, self-expressed, embodied truth, very strong, powerful personality. Okay, I'm trying to decipher that Tower, Nine of Swords, because I know it's a shadow, especially within the Four of Cups, but I can't quite find it yet. It's probably that quiet. Feels like suffering in silence, almost. Like that's the wave I've got. But like the Tower is burning down, Nine of Swords is anxiety, Four of Cups is pretending you don't see the issues. So that's my shadow. See, when you break down the cards like that, it's easy, right? So shadow is somebody that's like avoidant, like pretends they don't see things that are wrong when they're wrong, like it just completely ignoring the issues. That's what people say. Like just pretending that the world is not collapsing even when it is. Like that delusional, right? So people may be saying that on the shadow if that's you, but like the lighter side is like, no, it is what it is, right? It's burning down. What do we, like, it's time to move. What do we do, right? Like that's what I'm getting in a lighter sense. Someone that's more proactive and grounded in figuring out resolutions and resolving issues and grounding. Okay. I've got Uranus, radically changed. That is a burning down energy. I'm not gonna lie. Like Uranus is shocks It is surprises. Hey, this is my next deck, so I'll put it here. But underneath that, the deck I'll use after that, what did I say? Shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, and epiphany, transformation. Watch it. Ooh. I got a souls. Who's into astrology? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited for you guys. There's something shocking happening. See, this is why I couldn't take my break. Something shocking is going to happen with this pile, or has happened with this pile. Is already in motion. Like there's some type of tower burning down in motion. And I'm not saying that that's a shadow for you at all. I'm not. But there's radically changed Uranus, the planet that rules shocks. And then there's shocks. And I'm looking at Sun and Uranus as like maybe in your natal chart, specifically somebody picking this, there may be some type of Sun-Uranus conjunction either in your chart or that will be transiting soon. I see 15:15. It's 15 minutes, 15 seconds of your reading. So if that's a number you're seeing, that's something, okay? Uranus is moving this year. I got my tablet. Let me see. I like to pull it up for you guys. Memberships isn't they're not the only ones that get everything. They get more, but like they pay for it. And there's certain messages that are gonna need to be exclusive going forward. But July, so real time, July 2025, Uranus will move from Taurus, which is the sign of kind of endurance and protection, of being very grounded and stable like that. It's going to move into the sign of Gemini. So hold on, I think it says July 7th. I'm going to confirm. Okay. I think it says that. Whatever. We're not going to drag. But something about when Uranus moves into Gemini. Because that's the transit for this year. The reason why Uranus matters, it's an outer planet. And by ruling shocks, it's years-long transit. So like when it was in Taurus, it was in Taurus for years, right? Like Uranus in Taurus was for years. So Uranus in Gemini will be until May 2023. I mean 2033. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. I was trying to like really quickly look. So it's years-long transit, and it will be shifting here, okay? So something about Uranus shifting to Gemini will be a thing, and very shocking energy. Okay, and I actually remember a message, I think, that is in memberships regarding that. So if you're there, if you're coming from memberships and you pick that pile where that was a thing, good for you. Okay, good job. We even got Taurus energy here. Your dreams in a practical plan. So something about you grounding and being practical, people admire that. So tell me more. Let me get back. Yeah, I didn't realize this power was going to be incoming for sure. This is an incoming energy, okay? Or maybe something happened when Uranus was in Taurus that was shocking, okay? It could be that as well, but we have a fiery climax approaches. We got a tower, a climax. So I don't know what you're going to do, because we're talking about what makes you attractive, what people say about you. And it is a reputation check. Something chaotic regarding your ambition, your endurance, and being like very solid and stable and protected, because shock. What is that on my table? People are going to be very surprised. They're very surprised. They're very shocked. And it's something about Uranus Aquarius energy. Okay. And I'll even mention Gemini because I know that this planet is shifting signs this year for the next several years. Okay. So I don't know what that is. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo happens during Aquarius season. Watch that shadow, because the shadow is not going to be pretty. I'm not digging into it. I don't care. Just be mindful of your energy. Make sure you're not dragging. You're not too slow moving. You're not delusional and avoiding things that need to be done, right? Like if something needs to change and you're avoiding the change, don't do that. If something's burning down and you need to be rebuilding it, you need to be rebuilding it. Like, make the moves and the steps to do what needs to be done, because if you're not grounded and stable, then yeah, to the conversation, then you're going to be on that shadow side. I don't want that for you, because it's bad. And I don't fear monger. This is not that kind of channel. But what do people say about you? What makes you attractive? We're talking about this shocking shift of this planet. I don't know how it's aspecting your chart, but if you're the type that avoids, that's avoidant like that, like you avoid issues, you pretend you don't see things, you'd rather just leave it alone and just act like things aren't issues, like whatever that is, that's gonna be bad. Now, I had to stop. I know I don't like to do that, but I had to, because my lighter side is a very something shocking. You're gonna have some huge shock, and I don't know why it's a shock. I really don't. Or maybe you're going to be able to prove yourself. You're going to prove yourself in some way, but the shock seems to be regarding your ambition, your endurance, how stable you are. Okay. So I don't know, like, because my lighter side, this Uranus shifting signs this year is going to be amazing for you. Okay. Like, it's going to be this huge shift for you in the best way. Like, you're going to start ascending in a best way, especially where things have been stagnant with that Four of Cups, where things have been crumbling down with the Tower, where you've been really anxious and you've been waiting for messages, or if you've gotten messages and things just haven't been going, you've been doing all you can do, you've been ambitious, you've been enduring, you've been active and grounded and working. Really good for you, okay? Because I have this here. Because this is about, don't let pride get in your way. Typically when people are avoidant, because there's a conversation of someone being very prideful in a way where they don't want to acknowledge where either they've done something wrong or something's bad and they need to like try to get better. Like, when you're arrogant like that, it's like it creates a sense of delusion. You know what I'm saying? So this is a pile of people being very impressed with how you or are actively acknowledging what needs work, acknowledging what needs to be repaired, acknowledging what needs to be addressed. I don't know. Like, there's just something that's not working that needs work. Okay. Okay. Well, chaos and conflict. What is all of this on my table? So I'm trying to see what makes you attractive, your ability to maneuver through chaos, your ability to ascend in chaos. All right, well, I'm going to pull from this other deck. You look really good. You look really strong. This is a pile of, you look really good. You look really strong. You will continue to, if you're watching this real time, look really good, look really strong. Some of you are coming back to me. Some of you, I'm ahead of you, right? I'm way ahead of you. And maybe that's part of the this pile of you being a far enough ahead to be on top of things, because Uranus and Gemini is not like, that's not a thing yet. I'm in January 2025. I'm closing out this Uranus and Taurus transit real time. Like, I got a few months, right? So July, my time, which is a few months from now, is when this transit starts. Those of you finding me in the future, you got until May 2023 to figure out what this is because that's what we're talking about, okay? But whenever you find it, I don't look beyond a year for you, okay? We got an incoming energy of not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, and fear, frustrations. That's my shadow coming through. Some of you are being supported. I'm sorry if you're like, I don't want that message. Like, I don't, I'm sorry, because it feels like you're being protected by making sure you know in advance. Now, I promise you it's not the dominant energy. It's just that the shadow here is an avoidant personality that pretends not to see when things are bad, right? Like, when things get bad, it's like shut down and pretend it's not. You need me to tell you to stop doing that, because the conversations around you right now, what's the question? Like, what am I asking? What are people saying about you? What people find attractive about you, or what people find unattractive about you, be the shadow, right? Watch that, because if you avoid things, I have to throw it in your face like that. That's why I'm having to throw it in your face like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave you alone on that shadow side. Okay, my lighter side, glow up ascension. Like, I don't know. Uranus and Gemini, glow up and ascension. Go, go, go. That's why you wouldn't let me take my break. That's why both of you wouldn't let me take my break. It's like the shadow side is like crashing and burning, and I'm trying to stop you. The lighter side is like, go, go, go. Don't slow down. Move, move, move. You got this. You're strong. Go. And that's what people are saying about you, but that's what people will continue to say about you as things go on. Because again, what makes you attractive? Your ambition, your endurance, how grounded, how strong you are. Okay. I know some of you are like, I don't want to be strong. I'm so sorry. That's fine. But guess what? Look at this. Look what flew out of my deck. Ascending, learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union and a new phase. Go, go, move. A fiery climax approaches. Healing heart, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addictions, abusive relationship. You know, that shadow side could be battling addictions. Okay, watch that if that's you. Okay, because don't be self-medicating where you don't know what's going on around you. Okay, that's not good. Lighter side is possibly someone ascending beyond that and like healing from trauma, healing from needing to be super strong and ambitious, right? Like this feels like you'll be seeing people are talking about you seeing the results of your ambition, seeing the results of the work you put in, right? Healing from setbacks, healing from heartbreak, healing from rejection, things like that, things that you missed, didn't work out, you failed a test in school, things like that. You recovered, right? You failed that class. Okay, you took it, you passed it, graduation, look at you, right? That's this group on my lighter sense. So people really admiring your ambition and your endurance to not say take no for an answer and to basically achieve whatever you're looking to. Okay. And I'm sorry you got lost in that shadow, but like that shadow is so bad. Okay, so blowing kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection, return. If you have a partner, you're starting a date, you find a partner this however long from now, right? I don't beyond a year. People are liking that you're finally stable and grounded enough to like be fully present in a connection. Because I don't know what this past trauma is. Like you're finally opening up to a connection and it's really healthy for you. People love that. Especially after feeling less than, where you have a partner that really cares about you, that's really like caring about you very openly and passionately. And then I got a lot of love coming your way just in general with people. Like people just really just being like very giving you a lot of praise. I heard accolades. Look at you. So what makes you attractive in this group is recovery where it needed to happen. I got my phone's ringing, so you're gonna get messages soon. Recovery where it needed to happen, and then rest, healing, persevering. I heard against all odds. Let me pull from these last two decks and get your advice. Because the shadow side caught me off guard, threw me off. What's this? Accountability. Shadow side is people saying you need to be accountable. Lighter side is people are saying you are accountable in the best way for where you want to be, who you want to be, and looking amazing as a result. It says someone needs to take accountability for their actions. It may be you, your partner, or both of you acknowledging the effect of your behaviors allows you to move forward. It could be romantic, but it could truly just be a pile of what makes you attractive. Your accountability, what's putting on you on a shadow, is a lack of accountability. Okay, so watch this multiple times because it's supposed to be a what makes you attractive video, and like your spirit team, your literal own protection is like, nah, don't lie to them. Do not tell them they're attractive. Make sure they understand what's going on around them. For the shadow, not the lighter side. The lighter side is more like, hey, you're doing great. Keep it up. You're doing great, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. You're doing great. Keep it up. Okay. And you may have people around you having those conversations of, you're doing great, keep it up. Or this person's just not accountable in any way. We got higher self. We do have ascending. I mentioned spirit team, right? With this pile, it says no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. You know that you need to be ambitious. You know you need to be enduring, right? Where it feels right, where you know you need to hold yourself accountable, do that. And people love how in tune you are with yourself. It feels like a pile of, ooh, what makes you attractive your self-awareness, knowing what needs work, knowing what you're good at, knowing what you struggle with, knowing what's just not going to happen for you, knowing what's just not for you, and not being arrogant or prideful enough to try to make something be for you that's not, or not not acknowledging where you need to be more ambitious or enduring and accountable. That's what I'm saying. So you got butterflies here. Enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. People really admire how excited you are about everything, how passionate you are in your ambition, right? In your accountability, how eager you are to grow and develop. Okay. So my last deck and your advice. Fitness, cosmetic surgery, body modification. So just looking physically really good, really strong, really enduring. I mentioned like a very solid energy. Like it doesn't have to be like a certain level of fitness. It's just something about your build, something about your presence. You may like because we all have different like body structures. Some people have like broader shoulders, some people are taller. Like something about you, your energy feels solid. All right. So I'm going to pull one more just because that's a little bit vague. Maturing, tradition, family, values, ceremony, generational beliefs and groups. Working and fitting in. So like if we're talking professionally, like the work and the changes you've like adjusted and adapted in a way that fits everything, I got that. If you have a family, people find it attractive, like any sacrifices, any shifts you've made, adjustments to make sure you're better prioritizing that. Okay. But yeah, something about ambition, endurance, protection is, I feel like this is a pile of accomplishments and praise in the lighter sense. Like people are speaking very highly of you and how you represent some type, I heard the word culture, could be like ethnic background, but also like groups, organizations, things like that, because Uranus rules 11th house of those things. So the bottom, alien, unique, misunderstood, unknowns, mystery, intriguing. Something about you, your breath of fresh air. You're very, very different. That alien card represents Uranus, shocking, surprising, unexpected energy. Like I didn't see it coming. This feels like my pile of people will be saying I didn't see it coming in the best or worst way. Okay, so watch it. Okay, I'm excited for the lighter side of this pile. So I'm gonna give you your advice and close you out. On the lighter side, you're looking so good. You're looking so ambitious. You're looking strong. You're seeing results. You're ascending. Uranus and Gemini will be exceptionally great for you. You're not getting all this advice. That's too much. I'm going to take one from this deck and give you 3 cards try to come out. So, love yourself in all of your phases. Yeah, because I mean, you're doing good. If you feel like you're at a weird transition in your growth and development, like don't let pride get in your way. It's fine. You're ascending, right? You're not going to go from point A to point B. Like there's a line that takes you there, right? So love yourself in all of your phases and be excited and eager to grow and develop, because that seems to be the high praise you've gotten is your growth. And my shadow side, love yourself in all your phases, because if this... So we paused recording and I didn't quite notice. I have both of your cards. So I got the love yourself in all of your phases, and at the bottom we have their rejection is your protection. I was touching on that shadow side because I was saying just give yourself grace and ground, because like, you know, if that's the shadow, obviously it says literally love yourself in all your phases. Their rejection is your protection. It feels like a pause to reassess and rebuild, if that's what people are talking about, because now I'm like, what's coming in for you versus what people are saying. But what people are saying is about what's going on with you. So that's why the shadow came through prominently. But that lighter side, I mentioned delays. This is a pile of love yourself in all of your phases. Any setbacks, any perceived losses, people are talking about how you worked through. You didn't let your pride get in your way. It makes you attractive how much you worked, and you're ambitious and you're enduring to see the results. And I said all of this already. But I'm going to say it again because I'm going to take one for the team. I used the example of training, job training, right? You failed the training, right? And then you needed to take, like, you couldn't do the job. Well, you failed the training, so you were not ready for that job. You would have fumbled that job. If you would have barely passed that training and got through, you barely knew what you were doing to get on a job. You see what I'm saying? So you failed it, you went back, you took it a second time, you excelled, and now you're on the job crushing it, because not only do you have that second round of training that the people that passed it the first time didn't have, but think about those people that barely passed, barely know what's going on. You had to pass it a second time, so you sat through all that content, right? You sat through all, whatever the job is, I don't know, all that physical training the second time. So now you have an advantage. You might actually be performing better than the people that aced it the first time, because you had that extra experience. You had that extra ambition, that extra endurance. You know it like the back of your hand. So that's the example I'm getting for this pile. It's like Uranus and Gemini is going to be a peak for you. You're going to ascend more, literally, in a shocking way. But like, remember, anything that you perceived as a setback or a loss or rejection, that's gaining, I feel, experience for you. So I don't know if I'm talking career. I don't know if I'm talking about health. I don't know if I'm talking just life experiences, just in general. But that ambition and endurance is very attractive to you because it's ascending, and it's the quality that is leading to people speaking very highly of you. It's the quality that's making you attractive to people, whether directly or indirectly. So, all right. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the Krewe. We do have some exclusive content on that Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4, my mint green matcha latte. Let's see, what do people say about you? What makes you attractive? Overall reputation, but we are leading with the stuff that makes you guys feel good, right? We let you know when something's off, because gotta be ready for that, right? So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in a lesson, in a journey. Okay? So let me see what's going on. Let me see what people find attractive about this mint green matcha latte. What do people say about this mint green matcha latte? What makes this mint green matcha latte attractive? I want that one. Might be a little bit picky. People find that attractive. We've got bravery. Okay. Maybe coming from pile 3. That's okay. Definitely some of you are coming from pile 3. Okay. Or just need to check it out. Something about purple just being a thing. Maybe you have purple hair. I don't know. Maybe you just really like that color. You wear it. Looks good on you. Some of you people just think you look really good in the color purple, okay? But very confident, very brave. It does feel familiar now that I'm looking at the cards, okay? Well, tell me what else people find attractive about my pile number 4, please. Purple and green, actually, because you have that matcha. Some of you picking 3 and 4, that's okay. But I want to see what else we get here. Some of you big on Mardi Gras, because I always, like, last time I saw this card, I referenced, like, because it feels like Mardi Gras beads, right? I think it's supposed to be like gemstones and things like that, but shout out to the people who celebrate Mardi Gras. That's my vibe. All right, my pile number 4. What do people say about my pile 4? What makes them attractive? Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is someone that's really passionate, like someone that's really excited, really eager, really friendly, really social, a little bit of a youthful energy. Like, knights are often underdeveloped, but it's someone that's growing and learning, right? So look at you. So let me see, what's that? Maturing energy. We got a King of Cups. Hey, literally maturing. So, you know, that's been a theme today. We have a lot of transits like key like generational transits. So a lot of people are like coming of age. A lot of people are just growing to that next stage of like a new era in life and things like that. And it feels like a lot of you picking these piles today are in that, and people are noticing, because I got that Knight of Cups. I mentioned it being a youthful, more underdeveloped energy, especially when we talk about people that are more masculine presenting. Your maturing card was literally that level of ascension, and from a knight to a king, regardless of gender. So people are like, yeah, I mean, pile 4 is really taking the next steps. Like they're really like confident, they're really brave, and very passionate in the things that they're doing. So let me see. There's another maturing energy, 6 of Pentacles. You know, I was gonna say that the Knight of Cups is very giving, someone that's very giving. So people find your giving nature very attractive. If that's you, very nurturing, supportive person, okay? It's a very encouraging. People find you encouraging, okay? And I've got that 2 of Wands. Look, I love that it says adventure awaits. So basically it talks about someone that's really excited to travel, someone excited to go, someone that's excited for adventures. You're the free spirit, like not in a unstructured way, but in a, hey, let's go do this thing. So you may be the friend that's like, hey, let's go eat out, let's go to this thing, let's go explore. People find that attractive about you just in general. If you're dating, from a romantic perspective, people find you interesting, and like you have a lot of unique tastes and interests. So you're the type of person that goes on adventures for dates. So if you've been dating, or if you have someone that you're with, this person likes how adventurous you are, and you're like, you always find something unique to do. That's nice. And let's see, you're not afraid to be different. So that's a quality. Tell me more about my pile number 4. Matcha latte. Incoming energy. You don't run from a fight. What is that? Imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Incoming energy of opposition. You don't run from a fight. You're very confident and brave. Like, I'm not saying physically. I don't know y'all's lives, maybe, right? I don't know what you do for training purposes and things. Maybe I've got some boxers on here. You know, if that's something you do, people like it. But you're very brave. You're very confident in who you are and what you know. And you don't run from a fight. Like, you don't run from struggle. You don't run from opposition. You address it head on. It feels like a very direct person, but doing so in a very kind way. Like, you don't have to be aggressively mean. I mean, it feels like a person that will be mean if they need to, but it feels like someone that's confident and brave enough to try to address an opposition directly in a calm way before things escalate. So good for you. I don't know why I feel like I need one more from this deck, but we will take it. We will take it. Cardinal energy. Look at you, initiating energy. So that is Aries, that's Cancer, that's Libra, that is Capricorn. It says instigation. It says instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. So you may be an innovator, a creator. You're very good at that. People are excited about that. That makes them feel good. But I'm telling you, you don't run from a fight. That's a thing, okay? So something about not running from a fight. Okay, we got water, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. I mentioned being very stable emotionally, very comfortable emotionally, not allowing your emotions to stop your emotion, right? Because this is where we go. This is where we initiate, where we start, where we create. And water, your emotions and spirituality will be a blockage to that. So this is someone that actively like is like, no, 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 I'm not going to get in my feelings. I have stuff to do. I'm not going to get in my feelings. Let me resolve this. I'm not going to get overly emotional. Let me contain this directly, right? So look at you. And if that's not you, you're in the shadows, okay? Right, because on the shadow would be someone that's like a little bit overly emotional in a way that they're not able to contain conflict, okay? And we got have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. This is someone that sees the vision, that's very creative, right? People like how, if you like something about purple flowers, what's all of this purple flowers? I don't know what that is, okay? And plants. So that's a thing here for sure. But this is someone that kind of sees the vision, right? We have the planning card here. You see the vision, you know where you want to go, and you're not going to let anything stop you. You're not going to let your emotions, you're not going to let other people's emotions, like there's stuff to do, you need to do, okay? It's a very serious person. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, someone that's building. If you're building, if you're ascending, that's a topic. People like it, and you're not letting anything stop you from building and ascending where you have that control, right? What you can control, you have it by the reins. Where you can't, I mean, it is what it is, but you're not the type to get in your feelings about it. You're the type to just figure out what it is you can do, okay? So this is all internal. This is all internal qualities. Like people are finding your intangibles. I think this is my first pile like that. So let me pull, I got love decks and I'll get your advice. Wow, this is a short pile already. Okay. I've got love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. So conversations, messages, the way you communicate. Again, I mentioned the way you are very nurturing, and your first way of communicating with people, even when it's negative, is you try to be peaceful, you try to be empathetic, you try to be kind, but you still don't run from a fight, if that makes sense, right? So let me, I'll get maybe like 2 more from this deck. Tell me more. Picture. Okay, look at you. Picture, you look good. I mean, you look good. They wanted me to confirm, right? Looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. There's people that miss you, right? But when it comes to what makes you attractive, the way you look, the way you sound, okay, the way you communicate, all of those are attractive qualities. I'm not going to take that. I'll take the bottom. Hammer, confidence, bravery, hammer, solid. It says sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on and repairing. Your ability to problem solve, your ability to de-escalate tense situations, like that's the thing, okay? So let me get this one. There's someone that definitely is watching you, possibly on social media, someone that has pictures of you or has access to, I say social media, right? Because pictures on social media, that wants to message you, right? That's someone that's either talking about you or is finding you attractive, okay? Okay. Adventurous spirit. So if you like to travel, that's a thing. If you like to travel, that's a thing, okay? We've got it 2 times here on my table. But it says take a ride and explore new scenery with each other's inner thoughts. Some of you, there's someone like that talking about you or finding you attractive, okay? And then I've got love language. I mentioned the way you communicate, your strongest trait that people are liking, at least now at the point of you getting this reading. Yes, how you look, but how you sound, how you mediate, your diplomacy, the way you interact with people. But even if it has to get hostile, you're not afraid of a fight, right? It says learning and understanding each other's love languages is essential. Learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meet each other's emotional needs. There's someone that wants to learn your love language. There's someone that really likes how you talk. I feel like there's an offer here somewhere romantically, okay? But all in all, people love how you sound. People love how you talk. They love the things you say and all things like that, okay? That higher self, no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. And you trust your gut, you trust your instincts. You're not easily wavered, right? Because if you have a strong spiritual foundation, you're not easily wavered by other people, right? In external circumstances, because you have a strong foundation of faith. That's what it feels like. Like you're not going to be deviated off your path or what you're doing because of whatever tense situation, circumstances, environment, okay? I have a making memories muffin. It's actually the next video I'm gonna film. I'm supposed to be filming that one right now, but I don't know. This one, I felt like I need to do this one, but I am gonna do it next. Because I wanted one more public reading. Because I want to talk about. I want you guys to go down to the pinned comment so that you all can participate in that drawing. That's why. Yeah, so let's pull from this deck. But yeah, those of you that are not on memberships, I have a Making Memories Muffin first impression reading live. There's one from like a year ago publicly, but there will be very, very soon. If it's not up already, it will be up before February for sure, real time. There's one memberships only. So tell me, what do people say about my pile 4? What makes my pile 4 attractive, please? My final message, really short pile, just straight to the point. Maybe I was supposed to send you to pile 3. Some of you need to go to pile 3, and that's where you'll get whatever message. What makes my mint green matcha latte? You're very easygoing. Like, I mean, it's not much to say. It's a pile of people don't really have much to say. Not in a bad way, but in a, you do everything right, everything's fine. So they're not really worried about it. We got an incoming energy of a soulmate. I mentioned that. So if you are, yeah, something about pulling back so you can see, okay? Pulling it back so you can see. That's a thing, okay? There may be a soulmate that pulled back so they can see. Maybe you did that. You got hermit. Introspection, meditation, relaxation. I see that. I see that. People may admire that you're kind of to yourself. Like if you're the type of person that doesn't date around a lot, people admire that. You seem to be kind of to yourself beyond people you're genuinely interested in getting to know with love language and exploring. Like if you're interested in people, if people see you with someone, if you're dating, it's because you want to get to know the person for real versus like the hipsy hopsy. I don't know why I'm being so weird about it, but like, you know what I mean? People that date around, which nothing wrong with that. That just doesn't seem to be your style. All right. Okay. And I do everything. If you overextend, you better stop, because I see that on my table. People really like that. You're like that. Okay. So, because I do everything is on the table. 6 of Pentacles is giving where people don't have. If you're doing too much, stop that. But that's only if you know you're like overextending, right? If you have a tendency to do that. If you're not, people just love how helpful you are. You're confident, you're brave, you're stable where other people aren't, and you're willing to support others where you feel like you can. Okay? Like I said, this is one of those piles where it's like, yeah, you look good, but it's the intangibles. It's the intangibles. It's your heart that people find attractive. So I'm going to give you advice and close you out, because I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about this pile. It was the most bizarre one. Tell me, flirt with your inner wisdom. That is the number 1 card. I've got 33. Now is when your body adapts. It's your mind you have to convince. Oh, well. Flirt with your inner wisdom. Now is when your body adapts. It's your mind you have to convince. Yeah, I mean, this is a really quiet pile. Like it's really quiet. It's not much to say. It's so short. I'm gonna pull. Let me pull from this animal deck. I'll pull from this animal deck. Give me a message. One more message from my pile number 4. Since it's so quiet. Like, what do people find attractive about my pile number 4? Why is this so quiet to my deck? Like, it's so weird. Ego. Okay, so vision. It's time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. Yeah, I mean, flirt with your inner wisdom. Make sure you're seeing things clearly, right? We've got the hawk, spirituality. There's a lot of spirituality on the table. It says fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Remember, I was like pulling back to see. Okay, quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. Some people are saying you need to pull back your energy so you can see. We got two bird readings, two birds on the table. Others are saying you do a good job of fading into the background so you can see what's going on. So the lighter side is people admire that you fade into the background so you can see what's going on, right? And then others are saying like you're not paying attention to what's going on. And like there's people that may actually be actively like preying on the fact that you're just not paying attention to what's going on. So watch that on the shadow. It's like, yeah, no, they're not paying attention. Don't worry about it. They don't see. They don't know what's going on. Because remember, when we talk about people that prey on that, like that's people that would literally steal from you because it's like they won't notice. You know what I'm saying? So watch that. Go to the Eagle. There is one on memberships for those of you that are on there, but I have Eagle. I think I have one. I have for sure one that is public. Go to that. That's you. Okay. Especially since the original, I'll just give you the tidbit since your power so short. That eagle was going to be a hawk. Like when the first time I did it, because it's a golden eagle, I switched it to a golden eagle before I did the reading. So that first one is definitely you. Okay. Definitely you. Definitely you. Especially on the shadow side, but the lighter side, very sharp, very stable mentally. That's what it is. Very stable, sharp, and stable mentally. Because again, people are like, power four is not moved, like easily moved emotionally. They're not gonna let that stop them from what they need to get done. They see what's going on. They'll pull back their energies, so that they can see from outside. Like, it's somebody that you can't really get over on. You can't get anything past. That's my lighter side. Like, people like how sharp, like, you don't run from a fight. You're very confident. You're clear in communicating. You'll correct somebody gently at first, but if they cross boundaries, you're not afraid to make it very aggressively known. Okay? So, yeah, that's all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. There's so much content now on that Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching.